welcome to Not Your Sports by No Leps. Please don't forget to like and share. Um, Showtime's a little bit all over the place. Just bear with me. Has to do with work. So we have the NFL. Let's touch on some NBA because James Harden is out here acting like when the end of the season comes, he don't disappear. And again, let's touch on some NFL. We'll wait for Gary Morris. What's up? But let's start with the NBA. Let's start with James Harden. Oh, the UFC. Oh, and we're gonna talk about the fight last night. We're gonna talk about Pacquiao whooping Adrian Bronner's ass. He calls himself the Can Man. He beats up on Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. He got his ass whooped last night. Be very clear on that. I don't know what he's talking about that he thought he won this fight. There's no way in hell Adrian Bronner won that fight last night. There was at least 3 times, maybe 4, at least 3 times that he was hurt. And he would get hurt and grab Pacquiao. Not like tie him up. It would just be tie him up and then straight grabbing him. Rufus Taylor, what's good, baby? Good morning. Just grabbed Pacquiao. It was nice to see my boys last night. Shout out to Inf. Shout out to Dog Nuts. Shout out to Jimmy Collins. Shout out to Bolo. Shout out to Kendall. But Adrian Bronner, you got your ass whooped by a 50-year-old man. I don't know what he was talking about. I think Adrian Bronner just talks. He just talks to see himself talk. There was at least 3 points in that fight where he was hurt, where he was about to go down, where he was about to be knocked out.
Two world champions. Let him win or lose the fight. You know what I mean?
Adrian Bronner, and guess what? Pacquiao had Adrian Bronner's full attention. That motherfucker was serious last night. He wasn't doing all those antics in the beginning of the fight like he usually does. He wasn't running his mouth as much as he usually does. Pacquiao went out there and whooped his ass. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. He could not handle that jab. He couldn't handle that jab from what's called. Even if you listen closely at the end of the fight, he says, "Yo, man, you got a hell of a jab." Yo, he was walking into that shit. So Adrian Bronner might want to hang it up, but he's gonna be one of those guys who's gonna be fighting way too long because he's in the street. He's in the street. And he's always going to be in trouble, so he's always have to earn money.
There's a lot of people that are thinking they're going to win. You know?
He is not as elusive as his boy, and that is part of the problem. Okay, he's not as elusive. He's always going to be there. Stay off the ropes. And he don't listen. His corner tell him, stay off the ropes. Stay off the ropes. And sure enough, he go right to those ropes and gets beat up. That's what it was. He wasn't even getting tagged. It was not like that. He was getting beat up. Period. Shout out to Pacquiao. Shout out to Pacquiao, too. And Pacquiao, I don't understand why he can't hit Pacquiao. Pacquiao got a head like a St. Bernard. I've never seen a head so goddamn big on a little person. His head is huge. And Bronner couldn't hit it. Adrian Bronner, he couldn't hit his big-ass head. Those calves and legs, oh, they were so thick on a little dude. This is a little. These guys are little. AB is trash, is right. Oh my God. AB is trash. But he's entertaining. So as long as he's entertaining, people are going to be attracted to watching his bullshit. I went out and watched that bullshit yesterday. It wasn't even about the fight. It was about to go see my man. And the fight before, what a bloodbath. Oh my God. If y'all didn't see the fight before, it was barbaric. There was blood everywhere. Blood on the referee. Blood on the floor. Blood on both fighters. This guy's head was bust wide open. You can see his skull. This was about a 2-inch gash that went. It looked like a vagina almost. It looked crazy. There was blood everywhere. Go watch the fight before. I'm not a big fight guy because I think the fighting game is WWF. I like the MMA shit. And the MMA shit was fantastic last night. Fantastic. Greg Hardy is out of his fucking mind. And then he tried to cry during the interview. Greg Hardy just straight kneed the dude while he was on his knees. He just straight kneed him and got disqualified. I believe there's something wrong with that man for real. Greg Hardy is out of control. Out of control. He just straight kneed this dude as he was on the ground. That's totally illegal, people. So the fight game was excellent. I love the UFC. UFC, I refuse. I'm telling you, I'm not paying for ESPN Plus. They just want you to pay for everything. That's like pay-per-view for ESPN. We're not doing that. Just put the shit on ESPN. Because the shit gonna be on YouTube. If I want to watch the fight, it's gonna be on YouTube. And that fight was all of 35 seconds long, the championship fight. So come on, we got to do better. TV, stop trying. Listen, cable's getting every goddamn thing. Okay, now you got Hulu, you got Amazon, you got Netflix. Come on, people. April Smith, you look like you had fun yesterday. Too bad something wrong with your goddamn man. Something wrong with Westbrook. Something is seriously wrong with Westbrook. I like how hard Westbrook plays. Don't get it twisted. But something wrong with him. I don't know why he thinks he could whoop Joel Embiid's ass. I don't know why he think he could block Joel Embiid's dunk. Get the hell out of the way. Finally, he smartened up and got the hell out of the way. I don't know how to take Westbrook. I don't know how to take him because it's almost feminine. You was ready to fight with him. Oh, girl. I like that about you, though. I like that about you, April Smith. It's almost feminine how he acts, so I really don't know how to take him. But then, let's go to our main topic, is James Harden. James Harden, the one who escaped the Kardashian curse, very smart man, escaped the Kardashian curse, and then fixed his teeth. Very smart individual here. Okay? Let's stop acting like this is why the NBA regular season don't mean shit. The NBA regular season is the most irrelevant season in all of sports. Because here goes your man, 48, 38, 52, 56, 45. This is what he's doing every night. Every night he's doing this. And then here comes the postseason. Here comes the playoffs. And what happens to James Harden? He disappears. Can't find him. Can't find him. He's barely scoring 20. He's barely scoring 20. Chris Paul, if Chris Paul better hurry up and get his act together. Chris Paul is another one who's overrated. Chris Paul is overrated. Part of being great is being available. Part of being great is being available. Tony Bennett, head coach, UVA, overrated. And then here comes the UVA fan. I know I'm all over the place. Here comes the UVA fan. Oh, we don't get the McDonald's All-American. What that mean? Tracy DeCosta, what's good, Papa? But back to James Harden. James Harden is overrated, people. He's overrated. He's like that beautiful girl. You take her to the club. You show her off to your friends. She got the nice push-up dress on. Nice and tight, beautiful. Take her home. She's whack in bed. That's who James Harden is. Chris Paul, overrated. Chris Paul, you will never, and I repeat, never be Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas was a dog. Don't tell me Chris Paul is one of the best little guards who ever played the game. Chris Paul is one of the best little guard. He's not even top 5. Maybe he is top 5. I don't know. But he ain't Isaiah Thomas. He is no way near Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas never missed this many games. I wonder, is there a springboard under the goddamn floor at Duke? Because this kid, Zion Williams, off the vertical leap is ridiculous. Like not even jumping, just off the vertical. But anyway. Isaiah Thomas never had this many hamstring issues. Isaiah Thomas, I watched Isaiah Thomas. Literally, and this is why Lonzo Ball's another bum. This is why Lonzo Ball's another bum, another softy, another sucker. Fifth Smith, I'm talking about how Chris Paul, don't talk to me about Chris Paul being the top little guard who ever played the game. No, because he will never be Isaiah. He will never be Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas ain't ever missed this many games. And Isaiah Thomas was a dog. Chris is trying to be a dog. Chris is trying to be a dog. No. Zeke was a dog. Zeke can smile in your face and cut your throat out. Here come this boy, what's his name? Westbrook. Westbrook, stop. Westbrook, stop. He ain't do nothing extra to your little ass. This is a 250-pound man coming down on your little ass. You 200, he 250, 260. Come on, stop, Westbrook. Like, I don't know how to take him. He got lipstick on. I think he got April Smith's lip gloss on. Like, I don't know how to take him. I don't know how to take him, April Smith. I know you probably ain't going to like me for saying this. I just don't know how to take the man. Like that foul, how he fouled out was stupid. How you going to slap this man against his whole wrist? That was stupid. Jimmy Butler's out here looking like Michelangelo. He got a goddamn bandana tied up around his head. The hell is the NBA doing? The NBA trying to get all types of money. They getting old T-shirt money now. Old T-shirts, wrap them up around your head. Don't tell me I'm talking about 2 different eras. I don't want to hear that shit. Not when it comes to Chris Paul. I don't want to hear that shit. Because people want to say Chris Paul is one of the best small guards to ever play the game. How could you be when you don't play? How could you be the best at anything when you don't participate? He does not play, Fifth Smith. He damn sure ate the top. Listen, Isaiah Thomas, Tiny Archibald, John Stockton, World Be Free, and the one from the Celtics, Kyrie. I'm not even putting Kyrie there. Kyrie's always hurt. Koozie. April Smith said, I got the Smith up in arms early in the morning. Listen, honey, I'm sorry. Let me apologize to April Smith and the family. Okay, listen to me. I respect Westbrook and how he plays. He plays hard. He will never, and I repeat, never win a championship. He will never win a championship because he doesn't understand that he's always the second fiddle. Josiah Anderson is looking very nice today. I love when a woman has her shoulder out. Looking very nice. I love the shoulder out and the hair bun. I love that. It's a nice look for black women especially. Old timers, you're talking about all time or today's game. I'm talking about all time. All time small point guards. Chris Paul ain't it, Papa. Chris Paul ain't it until about 6 or 7. How could you, every single time the man steps on the floor, he's hurt. And y'all can miss me with, if he played last year against Golden State, they would have won. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Golden State be toying with people. Oh, AI. Yes, Malik. Yes, Malik. AI is in front of him, too. AI was 150, 160 pounds. And here come every single time you see Chris Paul, he's hurt. Oh, I'm so tired of Chris Paul. But guess what? The Houston Rockets recognize. The Houston Rockets also recognize that the NBA regular season don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. That is exactly the reason why they got this motherfucker sitting there almost 3 months. And if fans vote Chris Paul into the goddamn All-Star game, again, it just recognizes, it just spews. It tells how irrelevant basketball has become from November to May. Basketball is irrelevant. And listen, when you watch a sport and you can tell what 16 teams are going to make the playoffs, you can tell exactly what 16 teams are going to make the playoffs, or be very close to getting all 16 teams right. That goes to tell you how irrelevant the game is. Ron, that play with MJ. Harper was a big guy. Harper was 6'5". Allen Iverson, 6'1". Isaiah Thomas, 5'10". John Stockton, 6 feet. These are small guys. John Stockton, I don't even remember John Stockton missing a game. I don't even remember John Stockton missing a game. And John Stockton, low-key, cut everybody's ass.
Guys, how frustrating is it when a great pair of
So, Chris Paul, please. Chris Paul, please, get it together, bro. Get it together. But James Harden, James Harden does this every year. He lights it up in the regular season and then watch his ass disappear. He's going to disappear in the playoffs. They're going to get knocked out. They'll always win the first round. They'll win the first round. They'll get knocked out in the second round or the third round and be done. That's what the Houston Rockets do. This goes to tell you it's a different level of defense, a different level of play in the playoffs. He can't do shit with Golden State. He better start winning some games, getting that second spot. That's the only way, getting that second spot. He can beat the Lakers as he did last night. It is literally the word he. James Harden, the rest of them is trash. James Harden could beat the Lakers. He better hurry up and get that second spot. He could beat everybody in the West except Golden State. He ain't beating Golden State. It ain't even going to be close. He could beat OKC. He could beat OKC. But he damn sure can't beat them goddamn Golden State Warriors. And if y'all want to say, oh, well, Chris Paul had them beat. No, the hell he didn't. Chris Paul got lucky getting to Game 7. And Chris Paul's body going to give out on him again. His legs especially. The only thing people deal with Chris Paul, the only reason why is because he's the president of the NBA Players Association. That's the only reason why. Who can't beat the Spurs? Who can't beat the Spurs? Do you see? Who's the Spurs leading scorer? Who is the Spurs leading scorer? James Harden will gash the Spurs. He will gash the Spurs. He will have a harder time with the Lakers, with LeBron. He'll have a harder time with LeBron and the Lakers. Daquan Dunkley Daquan Dunkley is my starting middle linebacker. Gary, glad you're here. We get ready to bring you on. Andrew Ayodiji, an African Nightmare. What's good, Papa? But as I was saying, my middle line, Daquan Dunkley, is my starting middle linebacker. And he's already a little bit of a chunkier guy. And this is why women just fuck up the game for men sometimes. So my middle linebacker is a little bit of a chunkier guy. He got a girlfriend, a Spanish girl. But Gary, what's up, baby?
What's going on, sir?
My middle linebacker got a girlfriend. He's already a little bit of a chunkier guy to begin with. But that motherfucker will fill some gaps. You understand what I'm saying? He will fill some gaps. And that bitch is a deadhead. He'll hit your ass, boom, you go to sleep. Right? So he got a girlfriend now, Spanish girl. So he took a picture yesterday. Why does bitch look like he put on 15 more goddamn pounds? This is my middle linebacker on swole.
He lost weight or he gained weight?
He gained weight. He already slow. He already slow. I'm trying to get him to play sideline to sideline because he's slow. This son of a bitch got a Spanish girlfriend. She got this motherfucker eat so much beans and rice and chicken and oil. This bitch he gained 15 more goddamn pounds.
How you doing, April? Yeah, that's what happens, man. They keep you at home and feed you.
Oh, I got to talk to this young lady. She got to make some diet beans and rice. Look, it's going to be going, coach. Boy, you with that Spanish girl, you ain't going to sit there and watch her eat beans and rice and you sit there chilling. That's not how you do. That's not how you do. He's from Alabama. Listen, I can talk that shit. You know why, Gary? Because I don't play.
Right.
I don't play. we have a defensive scheme where in certain situations he has to be the spy. He has to be the spy on the quarterback. He ain't spying shit. This bitch is almost 270 pounds. He ain't spying shit. He's 5'10", 272.
Nah, lies though, man. You gotta start early.
Yeah. Who's your sponsor?
Yeah, I'm still Corona.
Oh, you really stepping up your game. You following through with your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, nah, man. I'm leaving that cheap bill on. Even though I don't get as toe up like I used to, I mean, I'm still, you know, I know my limit with these expensive bids. You can feel it right off the bat.
Okay. So I need to know what you think about James Harden and this run that he's on.
I mean, he just seems focused. He's determined. Well, he say he wants to be another. He want to win the MVP again. I mean, my thing with James Harden is, I mean, if he just keeping his teammates involved. I know he score a lot without doing a lot of assisting, but you know, he's a different type of player. He's a phenomenal scorer. So I mean, it's hard for him that it's not his fault that he could handle the rock and score. Okay. So you got to kind of.
Okay, here's my issue with James Harden. He do this shit every year.
Yeah, he does.
He do this shit every year. And then what happens when playoff time comes?
Oh, you don't find them. You don't find them. Right. You right about that. You're right. It showed in the championship game. There's no way, honestly, that the Cavs should have beat the OKC if you got those three all-stars, superstars like that, you know, back then. But he disappeared.
He disappears, and his boy is the most irrelevant little guard who ever played the game. People want to tell me Chris Paul's one of the best little guards. No, he ain't. He wasn't better than Isaiah Thomas. He damn sure ain't better than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas would eat his heart.
Well, Isaiah Thomas had what we call a dog. He had that dog in him.
D-A-W-G. D-A-W-G.
Yeah. He was an alpha. He didn't care what it took to win. He was gonna win, and he'll apologize later.
And he was always available. Part of being great is being available.
I agree.
John Stockton is better than Chris Paul, people. I know you don't want to hear that shit. John Stockton's better than Chris Paul. You know why? Because he's available.
Yeah, his biggest problem, they always ran into the Bulls, man. I know, listen, he wanted to, I know so many years he wanted to do a Nancy Kerrigan on Jordan.
Go get a stick and beat him in his goddamn knee.
Yeah. They thought they got him at that bar that Jordan went to when he got the flu, but Jordan just overwhelmed that one.
So here comes my man Malik. He says, best league regular season point guard.
Yeah, LeVar, he is.
This is why the NBA sucks. Because the regular season means nothing in the NBA.
Right, which is sad. And they got to figure out a way to make it mean more. It's so many games, man. They got to figure out a way to make it more.
I know how you make it mean more.
What's that?
Cut these playoffs down from 8 per team, 8 per league. Make that shit 6.
Okay, so you get them, make them play. Now that's a great idea. Well, you know, that's kind of how the NBA, I mean, the NFL had to do. Like, they had to make them last game, them division games later in the year. Yeah, make them mean something. People resting, they resting for 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Chris Paul has a pulled hamstring. This bitch been out almost 2 months.
2 months. I thought I ain't seen him. Your boy been doing the same thing. Don't act like he ain't stealing money over there in LA. LeBron.
Oh, yes.
He's stealing money. He resting over there.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But pull groin is a little different, but I agree with you. He could have been back a week ago. But why come back?
Right. You don't have no need to. You didn't even hit the All-Star break yet. But yeah, I see him traveling through the locker room at the game.
Yeah.
You supposed to be hurt. You supposed to be bedridden.
Yeah.
You supposed to be man. Listen, I'm feeling you on that though.
Listen, I agree with you, but that's what happened. Like, could you imagine? Michael Jordan taking off 3 weeks?
Yeah, that's
for a pulled hammy.
Right. Right. It rarely you see Craig, that. I mean, they had broke.
You. What's up, Craig? Hang in there, Craig. I'll get to you.
Yeah, Craig. Look, Craig, I thought you was gonna try to hide off the spotlight today. You know, that would have been
No, Craig talked that shit in the beginning.
Hey, Larry, you better watch your mouth, man. Dame is that dude.
Listen to me. Let me tell you, Dame. I see you in these arguments about Dame Dash. Okay.
You know, like my messenger went off at the same time you was talking because they didn't want me to hear what that shit you was just saying.
I hear you talking about Dame Dash all the time. Jordan quit for a year.
Yeah, Jordan did. He did. Listen. As much as basketball
Wallace
Jordan
might be
played,
on something.
Listen, as much basketball Jordan played, he had a right to take a year off. I mean, he came back with a vengeance though. And he gave us some additional bad years in Washington. So he made up for it.
He did add on to some bad years in Washington.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Dame Dash for a second.
Okay, my boy.
Dame Dash
right.
is really listen, I was one of those dudes who liked Dame Dash.
Okay. What changed your mind?
Dame Dash is becoming a real phony nigga, B. And I don't like it.
Okay.
Especially if he goes at Leo Cohen. He can't go at Leo Cohen.
He got a right to.
No.
Wait, because you don't really understand the backstory of that. Like his heart of hearts, and listen, I know it's two ways to it, but his heart of heart was that he's upset that this whole time Leo was the one that was giving Jay-Z the money, the upfront behind the scenes, giving them the ideas. You know, I mean, he basically was like, he had a hand in Rockefeller the whole time because Jay-Z knew he had Lior. You see what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question. You and your fiance, right? You're going to buy a house, right?
Thank you, Andrew.
Let's say you and your fiance are going to buy a house.
I feel you, Lazo. You can say, I don't think you're lame, but
let's be clear. Andrew is 32 years old. Andrew spelled Leor Leor. He don't know shit.
Listen.
I'm gonna tell you about Leo Cohen. But hold on a second. I'm giving you a scenario. You and
I'm gonna give you one next.
Going to buy a house.
Okay.
Right? Another dude gives your wife or your fiance some money towards the down payment. Do you accept that money? Or do you say, nah, me and my fiance are going to do it together?
I mean, you're going to, you hold on. Another guy give me the money or her the money?
Another guy, her male friend gives her the money so you and her can buy
I don't play those games. No, you can't accept that.
Oh, so now that's what I'm talking about. So now, if Jay-Z and Dame were really tight, he can't accept that money from Leo. He can't accept that advice from Leo. You feel me?
So you saying that they weren't really tight like that?
Jay-Z and Dame obviously wasn't really tight. If Leo,
you know what? Reading on the backstory, right? Like, see, I always go back and listen to all them old interviews, and one of them, Jay-Z said that we should, like, cosmically, we should never make it. You see what I'm saying? Because we two opposites, him and Dame. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
He said they always argue, they always disagree, but in a few minutes they worked it out. He said the biggest difference between this time and back then was the fact that he had the months away when he was in France, and things that they could have probably walked into an office and talked it out about, they had too much distance apart from each other that by the time that he got back home, it was basically irreconcilable. at
Okay.
that point.
Okay. But again, let's talk. Would you say they were close to being married? Their relationship was similar to a marriage. Would you say
Right.
that?
Well, he said that in the rap, and I give him credit for saying that because it took a lot for a man to say that because that's what they was.
They were similar to a marriage. How?
Right.
If you had to argue every goddamn day with your
I get
wife,
it. I get that. Listen, I'm not knocking that part.
That shit is draining. Nobody
My only
arguing
listen.
every goddamn
Listen.
day.
I get that part. My only part that I hate the most is that all the stuff he was doing was behind the scenes. It was like some snake shit. Like you could have got the same place you was going being up front. You see what I'm saying?
Who?
Like Jay-Z.
Jay-Z was up front. What are you talking about?
He wasn't up front like that. Them last days of the Rock and stuff like that. Dame didn't know that Jay-Z was the one that was calling those meetings and like, you know, they had.
I'm glad you said that because guess what? That's not Leah Cohen. He should be mad at Leah Cohen. He should be mad at Jay-Z. But guess
He's
what?
mad at Leah because he
won't.
Well, listen.
That misdirected anger. He won't be mad at Jay-Z because Jay-Z is a dog and he knows that.
Listen. He's only mad at Leor because he provided him the opportunity to escape. You see what I'm saying? Like, because if it wasn't for Leor, he would have been stuck there. You see what I'm saying? They would have had to deal with it. And they would have, you know, so, I mean, listen, I'm not saying Dame is the best person. What I'm saying is that as much as Dame put himself on the line for you, you at least owe him a fair one, like a front facial, I'm done with you, you know, I'm going to move on. Not no backsided, you wake up the next day and then you got to choose, take this company, but give me reasonable doubt type stuff. Like, I don't agree with that. You see what I'm saying?
So you wanted Jay-Z to be more direct with Dame Dash?
Just a little, I mean, just as your, like, sit down and say, listen, we can't, like, you can't do this no more. Like, I mean, just like you gotta, like, before a person get a divorce, you still gotta go through the paperwork of saying, okay, I'm filing for divorce. You can't just up and leave and say, you know what I'm saying? Because you can leave, but you still on paper, you married. Okay, but you still was married until you had to face the shit that you had to file in paperwork, right?
Okay. But again, why be mad at Leah Cohen? See, when he turns around, he says, Andrew.
No, it did run this course, Larry.
Andrew Ayodeji. Remember, Andrew is 32 years old. He's a baby in this shit. Okay, so when you say Leah Cohen is a culture vulture,
he is.
No, he's not.
He's not.
Leah Cohen is the foundation of hip hop. You gotta understand Leah Cohen where Leah Cohen was in this hip hop thing.
No, he's not. Nah, I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I think that's more the Amityville up at the side of you than
he's not from Amityville.
You don't. Now I'm talking about you, your point of view.
I'm 48 years old. I'm 48 years old.
Right.
I used to see Leah Cohen on Jamaica Avenue in front of Woolworths.
Right.
Bringing up posters for Run DMC.
No, I don't think he's an opportunist. I think
only black group on the card.
What I think Wallace is he was presented.
Russell Simmons. Those three are the foundation of Def Jam.
Wallace, what happened was this. If you go back and you look at a lot of things, what Dame was and what it made it look like, Dame was more of a protector. You see what I'm saying? And what Def Jam used to try to do, because you got to think back then, Def Jam didn't have a real roster. You remember, you got to think that they had to go all the way to the West Coast and get Warren G just to save their company. You remember? Warren G saved that company with that regulators.
I wouldn't say he saved the company.
No, he saved that damn company. He saved it because they was fledgling. They was almost out of business. So what Def Jam used to do is they might have worked out a little late, like they co-partnered with up and coming labels. One of them was Rockefeller. So what they did was every time that they do press runs or they do something, they would put Jay-Z, Cameron, which are Rockefeller artists. They would knowingly not add Rockefeller logo and make it look like these are all Def Jam artists. They didn't like the fact that Dame used to call them out on that shit.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
But that's business.
No, that's not business. Yo, listen, what you don't understand is what you don't understand is your logo, how the general public perceives you is based on your logo, is based on different things of that nature. Like, how can they cross brand? How can they market anything if you don't see Rockefeller? It looks like Rockefeller worked for them.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Who gave Rockefeller their startup money?
They gave their own self their startup money.
No, they did not.
Yes, they did.
Def Jam gave Rockefeller.
They got a partnership. They didn't have no startup money. What are you talking? They used their own money.
No, Dame Dash admits that he got his startup money from Def Jam. He admits that.
Their first check was cut through. See, you got the wrong perception too.
No, ain't no wrong perception.
They started their own stuff. When you sign into a partnership, they cut them a half, like a check for doing half business because they wanted to. Wanted Jay.
I'm going to post Dame Dash saying that the Rockefeller startup money came from Leo Cohen.
All right, we'll get to that. You know what? Thank you, Larry. Thank you. But they couldn't use it to fully because that was this. This is my whole point. All right. Just because Dame chose to be silent for 10 years and then all of a sudden he's starting to talk doesn't mean that he didn't ever think this. You know what I'm saying? Like, or he haven't felt like that. The problem is because Jay have grown so big that it looks like he's hating, but he's only like, as a person that went through mental health and all the stuff is starting to rise to the top inside him now. All his feelings, he can't keep it to himself no more.
Who?
You see, Dame Dash, all the pain. And he's not I don't think he's doing anything where he's like, he's just saying his piece because he never got to say it and he's moving on.
All his pain. His son don't even like him.
Okay, and that's your opinion. Okay, that's your opinion.
I see it. I watch TV.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I watch TV. I watch them argue live.
Okay, he's that guy. Like, he's that guy. Like, I mean, you are yourself. I can see how people probably can hate you, but you.
A lot of people
you see
hate
what I'm
me.
saying?
My son don't hate me.
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that. I can't speak against your fan. What I'm talking about is it takes people to understand who you are, to know that you're a great person. You see what I'm saying? So like, but if they didn't, and all they heard was yelling every time that you talk, they wouldn't understand that you really know what the fuck you talking about. So, and that's what Dame is. Dame actually is talking good shit, but it's little things that keeps getting placed in front of the good shit. And to me, I feel like that's the vulture part. That's the burying part, because he's saying good stuff. He's teaching these people, and he's not talking to us, our age. He's talking to the younger kids. That's what I get from this.
Okay.
And I mean, we cool. Like, I mean, listen, I know that Jay-Z is the Messiah. All praise due to Jay-Z.
I don't feed into that Jay-Z's the Messiah shit.
All right, well, all praise due to Jay-Z. So let's move on, because you're ruining my buzz.
I don't feed into the Jay-Z. I think Jay-Z's a snake. I think snakes hang out with snakes.
And that's all I wanted. Thank you. That's all I ever want to hear. Don't act like he's not a snake neither.
No,
he has snaked everybody he's dealt with.
Just as dirty as Dame was, is as dirty as Jay-Z was.
Thank you.
Know what Jay-Z has learned to do? Jay-Z has learned to keep his mouth shut.
And because he puts other people in front of him. He has always moved pieces in front of him.
Listen, the 2005 Jay-Z ain't getting slapped on camera in front of by his baby mother's sister.
Yeah. Yeah,
that
and then
ain't
she.
happening to Jay-Z in 2005.
No, that's because he got a lot of businesses that
Yes,
he
he's
can lose.
different now.
Right.
Don't forget, Jay-Z went after a young lady in Africa.
Oh yeah,
backstage
yeah.
at a concert.
Oh, listen.
Don't forget that.
You listen. You know, everybody that knows me knows that I'm only putting together pieces and pieces of showing people. Now, don't act like that because they act like people don't grow. Don't act like Jay wasn't this guy now.
And yes,
You know what I'm saying?
and
That's
right
all
there.
I ever say. I'm not taking nothing from him.
Head. You just hit it on the head. And this is why sometimes I have an issue with black folks. Let's not act like Jay-Z didn't grow. Jay-Z has grown.
He's grown.
He's grown. Okay. Just like Kevin Hart with the Oscars say we don't want you to host our show from a tweet that he posted 10 years ago. Kevin Hart has grown.
He's grown.
Just like the baseball player who put a tweet out about what? Niggas or something like that?
Yeah.
We was mad at that. We was mad at the quarterback for Buffalo when they reciting lyrics from a hip-hop song. We was mad at them. But we don't get mad at Kevin Hart. We don't get mad at Jay-Z. Jay-Z was a shit about 15 years ago. Let's put it out there. Jay-Z was a piece of shit about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But what he has learned is, I'm going to do this shit behind the scenes, or I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not even going to acknowledge. I'm not even going to give it energy. He has learned that. I give him that.
You can't even get to him unless he's allow himself to get to him because he got so many forces.
You got to cut through.
Yeah, you got to cut through. And that's the best thing you can do when you have did what you have done. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to have a sharp team that can build a force field around you. He's like doing the kingdom olden days, like the king stayed in the castle.
Yeah.
And then he had different layers of protection before you had to cross a bridge. And then, you know, all of that, the boat, everything just to get to the king. And that's what he's doing. And I'm not mad at it. Listen, this is like Wilder said, this is chess, not checkers. All I'm trying to get people to say, okay, as much as you talk about Dame, don't sit back and like make it like Jay-Z hasn't done anything. He didn't contribute to anything.
Now I understand that part. Because when I watch a little debates, I refuse to enter them. But when I see him, you don't say that. It doesn't come off like that.
Well, because the most of it becomes joking because Kareem or Larry or Kermit, they know that I'm passionate about Dame, so I know that it's not about the reasoning or anything. It's more so of the jesting. You see what I'm saying? Okay. It's like they like to see me get upset for like 5-10 minutes or whatever it is, and then they got me for the day. You see what I'm saying? And then we move on. So that's I mean, I've grown to know this. So I mean, it's just all fun. But I just like pinpoint, regardless of anything, I respect what Jay-Z is doing now as far as the athletes. I like that he's helping these young guys who's taking these falls, who's millionaires that's overspending, they don't understand taxes. If you're doing stuff like that, you know what? You good for me.
Hey,
you see what I'm saying?
Jay-Z is head and shoulders above Dame Dash.
No, and that's that. You know what? 100% correct.
Okay.
In that aspect, 100% correct.
Did you see the fight last night?
Nah, I didn't watch the fight last night.
Adrian
I've been hearing about it. I usually catch it on the back. Like go back to YouTube and watch it.
Okay.
It's right now. It's walking.
He gets paid for it. He's actually smart. Because he's still living.
Wait, listen, one thing about, all right, see, listen.
We're not going to talk about Dame Dash's talent versus Jay-Z's talent. We all understand that Dame Dash ain't write a song.
No, and he don't have to, but he understood how to get into those buildings. See, what people don't understand is Dame Dash is the one that used to work with Mike Geronimo and Irv Gotti back before they created Rockefeller. So Dame Dash went through that channel and he got them. You see what I'm saying? That's how he met Irv Gotti and Dame Dash. You see what I'm saying? So he's always been collecting pieces to the puzzle his whole way through. You see what I'm saying? Dealing with Kane.
At one point was a better businessman than Jay-Z. That's just the facts. He at one point was a better businessman than Jay-Z. Jay-Z has surpassed him as far as business knowledge.
Well, because it's easier to be a businessman when you could just you could hire a team, you could have an idea, you could put money behind the idea. Right now, Dame
has destroyed relationships in the industry. He has destroyed them.
He destroyed them in the beginning because he was pit bullish. He was protecting the logo. He was protecting Jay-Z. Okay, now that's the broom he has to fall on as being an enforcer. You see what I'm saying? Now, the thing about everything is this. Dame has always ushered in the new fronts, though. Like this internet, like that YouTube, all of those type of things Dame was already working on. And he was trying to get the whole crew to go into that wave beforehand. Now, all of a sudden, you got Jay-Z coming in with his own title and different things because he knew that's what Dame wanted to do. So, I mean, the whole thing is this. Congratulations. Dame is my guy. I respect Jay-Z. I like him as an artist, but y'all not gonna just up and disrespect Dame. Now, y'all, you know, he has his faults, but he's not all the way, like, he's who he is. You know, he is who he is, and he's not begging nobody to be nobody different either. Which, if you independent, who's he begging?
Yeah, I that's one thing I do like about him because it reminds me of me a little bit. He's not he's unapologetic.
Right.
Like he listen. This is what it is. This is what it is. Take it or leave it. But what I don't like about him is when the shit goes bad for him, he likes to go at people who have nothing to do with the situation. And why
you still protected Leo. You still protected Leo, and I really feel like we need to break that down further. That might be a different day, different show.
Yeah, because Leo is a foundation. Leo.
So what about Russell? What is Russell then? What is Russell?
Building a house, right?
What is Russell?
Leo is part of the foundation.
No, he wasn't part of the family. What is Russell?
Russell's part of the foundation.
No, because it's more talking about Leo when it should be talking about Russell. Russell is Def Jam.
You have to understand that Russell, Ruben, Leo are the
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that at first. It was when Leo was born on, he was Leo wasn't there from the beginning. He was there as like street talent.
He was there from the beginning.
He wasn't one of the heads.
Road manager.
He wasn't the road manager. He wasn't the head.
No, you got to understand what being a road manager was back in 1986.
Okay, now we making up stuff.
Back in 1985.
Road manager.
This is pre-computer. This is pre-cell phone. This is damn near beepers. This is a man who put Run DMC.
Lazo, what if he's worth 100 million?
Excuse me?
I said, what if Dame is worth 100 million? Who knows what he's worth?
Dame ain't worth no 100 million.
I mean, he's not. You don't see him. He's not on the street begging for no money.
Yeah, because he's doing reality shows.
Okay, well, I mean, he's flipping them.
He's flipping what?
He got his own station. He's flipping them.
Oh, okay. Okay.
All right. Well,
let's talk about today.
Yeah, let's talk about today, cause man, you burning off my little bill. Now I gotta run to the store and get another 2 or 3.
Let's talk about today. Let's start in the NFC. You got the Saints versus the Rams.
Some of y'all need to come join our groups. All right, Saints versus the Rams. Okay. I know you famous about this dome. And I like to hear you when you talk about the dome. You so passionate. Sometimes I feel like you're a Saints fan. But I mean, you probably onto something. That crowd is tremendous. The one thing I look at though, I think that turf is probably gonna help the Rams as far as the speed is concerned. Like them guys already can run, and I mean, this is a tough game to predict, man. I
It
mean,
is a tough game to predict.
it's a tough game to predict.
It is a tough
I'm
game
gonna
to
go out
predict.
on the I'm gonna go out on the limb. Right, I'm gonna go out on the limb. I'm gonna go out on the limb, and only because you has been a big Aaron Donald fan all year, and that to me that turf is like a track, like for them guys. I'm gonna go with the Rams because I just think that the Saints gonna have a hard time stopping Gurley.
Okay. Look, so let's break this down from the beginning. Let's start from the very beginning.
Yes.
Drew Brees wakes up in his bed. Drew Brees' wife makes breakfast for him.
Right.
She probably gives him some booty in the morning. He drives directly to the stadium.
Right.
Game time starts. What is that stadium going to sound like game time?
Sounds like a normal Mercedes Dome.
It's going to sound like a goddamn rock concert. It's going to be loud, raucous. It's going to be crazy in that bitch.
Okay.
So now, and don't compare this to last week, because if Drew Brees completes that first pass last week, that game is over. Okay, he underthrew a ball and it got picked off. But now, it's going to be crazy in that motherfucker. So now, what are the Rams going to do the first 5 minutes of the game if New Orleans gets up the gate fast?
They gonna get out away from the run?
They're going to get, I think this game is going to wind up having to be in Jared Goff's hands.
Right.
And if this game is in Jared Goff's hands, can he beat the Saints?
Not based on the way you describe him. You was really like, you're doing a great job today.
That's my thing. My thing is this. The Saints is the #1 run defense in the NFL. Now, I agree with you. They can't have Gurley just running amok. Oh, that can't happen. If Gurley out here running amok, this game is over. But I don't think they're going to have Gurley running amok. And I think Dave Anderson is a problem now.
So what is your opposite take? What is your opposite take?
What is my opposite take?
Yeah, because you're good at telling your like how you feel from a Saints perspective. Okay.
So I believe that the Saints defense is for real against the run. And they're going to have to put this game in Jerry.
You know, is Sheldon Rankins playing this week?
Who?
Because remember he got hurt last week, Sheldon Rankins.
I think he tore his Achilles. I think he's done.
Okay, so and you still believe in their run defense?
I still believe in their run defense, yes.
Okay, I mean, this is, I know I caught you off guard because you don't look at things like that. You just look at.
Because I believe they're professionals. And I believe it next guy up.
Okay.
Okay, so now, only in one position I don't believe next guy up. And that's the quarterback position. So let's be clear on that. Okay?
It depends who
now,
the backup is.
Drew Brees against that defense, okay, I think if Talib is following Thomas around the whole game, I think that poses a problem for the Saints. Because who's the Saints' #2 receiver?
They really don't have one, but they got Ginn. I mean, Ginn could take the top off the defense, but is he really that fast anymore?
Ginn sucks. Ginn sucks. Be clear on that.
They got Taquan Smith. They got some fast receivers that they picked up. But you're right. Now, to kind of rebut what you're saying, but like go along with what you're saying, the one thing I want you to understand is that this is turf. Okay? So these guys on the Rams have just become faster because they're playing in like a tennis shoe versus a cleat. So they're gonna be a lot different today defensively than they would normally because I think they more turf. That zone gonna play better on the turf than it does on grass.
I'm gonna tell you something that I didn't want to say.
Go ahead, say.
It kind of hurts my heart to even have to say it.
All right, go ahead and say it.
I think the pickup of Eli Apple for the
It
Saints
was a great one. Yeah.
was a big pickup because
Yeah.
all of a sudden, what Davenport? That's the name, right? Davenport. What's the other corner's name?
And they got the guy from
The other
Mississippi
corner.
State. Yeah, I know the one that caught the 2 interceptions.
Yes.
I forgot his name.
Yes. All of a sudden, he got better. He was struggling up until Eli Apple got there.
I agree.
And I think Eli Apple has taken some food off his plate. So it hurts me to say that a big blue dope, somebody was drafted by the big blue dopes, is helping somebody. But thank God he ain't helping the big blue dopes. And I didn't like him from the beginning. So I think that he helps them defensively. Drew Brees, if Talib takes away Thomas, I think Alvin Kamara has got to play a big role in the passing game. Can Alvin Kamara play a big role in the passing game? Alvin Kamara is the wild card. Alvin Kamara and Ingram.
Okay.
Listen, forget running between tackle and tackle. Don't run tackle to tackle. Don't fuck with that Aaron Donald. Forget that. Okay, but you need to get on the perimeter. You need to throw a lot of screens, a lot of V cuts to Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara has to have 100 yards of receiving.
Okay. I mean, I don't disagree. That's more so in order for the Saints to win.
Right.
Is what I'm gathering. All right. What I want to know is for the Rams. I want to hear your
for the Rams to win.
For the Rams to win.
For the Rams to win, I think again, C.J. Anderson is all of a sudden playing a big role.
Right.
Right.
Excellent.
So
excellent pickup.
Huh?
Excellent pickup.
Excellent pickup. C.J. Anderson is now keeping Todd Gurley's legs fresh. I think the Saints need to stop. If the Saints can't stop Todd Gurley, game's over. They got to put that game right into Jared Goff's hands. Okay, and then tell me, who's the #1 receiver with the Rams?
The little guy, 12.
Robert, what's the name? Robert.
Well, he's the most polished, Robert Woods.
Robert Woods.
But the vertical threat and the one that I feel like gonna get a lot of great opportunities is gonna be the speed receiver, the short one, number 12. I keep forgetting his name as well. Well, because you got to think
the tight end. The tight end is good.
Everett, but I'm talking about they're a little short. You got to think that the Saints is who drafted him. He's used to that dome. He's used to that crowd. He got every intention on making them pay for trading him. You know, it's just like a big game for him. This will be a reward for number 12. I can't think of his name right now. What's number 12? The short guy, the fast guy. He went to New England.
Oh, yes.
I don't have now one of my fact finders.
Yeah,
where's my factual guy?
Earl ain't here.
Earl disappeared. I mean, where's my fact guys at, man? I forgot. Let me think of his name, man. What's his name?
It'll come.
Yeah, I'm so like, I think the Dame conversation threw my mind off a little bit, man. So that was a setup.
So you got the Rams.
I got the Rams, man. I think the Rams is just destined to me.
Okay. Finals.
Because they win by 10. Now the reason I feel like they destined because they didn't have to play us was they knew what was gonna happen. So they end up playing y'all, which was fortuitous because that was the greatest team that they could have played for their opportunity. So they destined. You know, they got blown out last year in the playoffs.
I think the Saints win this in a close one.
Okay.
I think the Saints win by 6.
Listen, all I gotta say is 2 words for you. I think it's 2 words. I might be off, but Todd Gurley. I think this is a Todd Gurley show.
I
I
agree with
think
you. I agree with
I
you.
think Jared Goff shows up and shows out.
They got to make Jared Goff beat him. Larry Smalls, listen to this. The Cowboys are talking about promoting Kellen Moore as an OC and bringing in John Kitna as a quarterback coach. Now, listen to this. I don't think that's a half bad idea.
Because Kellen Moore played for Boise State.
Yes, he played for that coach, and he's going to be innovative on offense.
Okay.
He's going to be innovative on offense. When he played at Boise State, they were innovative.
All right.
Okay, I think the young OC is not scared to try shit. Brandon Cooks, that's his name.
Brandon Cook, that's his name. Cooks is gonna have a field day today.
I think Eli Apple is going to have something to do about that. Something to say about that.
All right. Well, the other guy, I think his name was Marshawn Lattimore, the other cornerback.
Lattimore, that's his name.
Yeah.
Lattimore has gotten better since Apple has came to town.
He has. He played a hell of a game last week, man.
Yes.
I mean, just his alertness on that Alshon Jeffrey drop, man. I mean, you could tell he was dialed in. He was dialed in. Most people go try to tackle the man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
You know, most people try to tackle the man. He was there for that interception.
That's true.
So, but
So back to what Larry Smalls is saying. Promoting Kellen Moore as an OC, I like that. John Kitna as a quarterback coach, I love that.
he's been around.
He's been around.
He's always played pretty good.
Let me tell you something. Hall of Fame players usually don't make good coaches.
Right.
Usually the better. Okay, let's take Doug Peterson as an example. Doug Peterson was a lifetime backup. All of a sudden, he's a great coach. I don't think he's great, but this is the example that I'm giving. Okay, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson couldn't coach his way out of wet paper bag. Fantastic NBA basketball player. There's very few Hall of Fame players who are great coaches. Like Larry Bird. I thought Larry Bird was a good coach.
Yeah, he was.
Larry Bird was a good coach.
Isaiah was a horrible coach.
Isaiah, Hall of Fame player, horrible coach. So when you look at John Kitna and people say, oh, well, he wasn't a great NFL quarterback. Let me tell you something. That man had an NFL career that lasted over 10 years.
Yeah, he's still in the offices.
Yes. So if that's true, what they're saying is, I didn't hear this rumor. This is coming from Larry. Kellen Moore as the OC and John Kitna as the quarterback coach for the Cowboys, I love that move.
I mean that's a good move for y'all because
we got to get away from this Emmitt Smith offense that Scott Linehan runs. He still think number 22 is in the backfield. Number 22 is not there.
Yeah, he gives them another extension of the coaching staff because Kellen Moore played for y'all a little bit. Listen, you know, y'all need to do what y'all got to do to fix it. Defensively, y'all there. Add a couple more pieces, but y'all need an offense, and that's due.
I know how to fix it.
What, get rid of the coach?
Fire Jason Garrett. That's how you fix it.
Well, it looks like that's not going to happen.
Unfortunately, you're right. So let's move on. We have Kansas City Chiefs versus the New England Patriots. Who you got and why?
Where Craig at?
Craig, we get Craig in soon.
Craig, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I think I truly feel like Belichick is at his best when everything is stacked against him. He's always looking for a moment to prove that he's the greatest ever, and I think this is one of those opportunities. I got the Patriots coming out and bottling up that offense like no other. I got the defense who looks like a world beaters last week, confused because all they're gonna do again is screen, quick passes. They're gonna get the running backs out on the circle routes. They're gonna get them out on swing passes. They can get them out in the open field, and they're gonna dominate them pass rushing outside linebackers.
Okay.
So enjoy your season. It was listen, y'all had a wonderful season. I was wrong at every aspect of the word. Craig, man, I appreciate meeting you. Hopefully we can stay in contact. I'm not even gonna laugh at your tears tonight. All right.
Listen to this, Papa. We're gonna go Selma Hayek for the New England Patriots. Selma Hayek said, "Time's up." He said this at the Golden Globes. Time's up. Time's up for the New England Patriots. Let me explain why. I said this from week one. That New England Patriot defense is slow. They have no answer for Tyreek Hill. They have no answer for Travis Kelce. And they have no answer for Damian Williams. Those are three major parts that are so much faster than they play. Okay? They have no answer for them. And then let me tell you something. I was also very impressed with that Kansas City offensive line last week. They were a bully. Okay? So I think defensively, New England's going to have major problems dealing with this team. Next is defensively, if the Kansas City Chiefs play like they played last week and understand that they have to play run, they have to play pass and play in a fashion where it's bump and run, a lot of blitz. They're going to get beat on the deep ball every now and then. They just can't make a habit of it. And get hands on Brady. They got to get hands on Brady. If Brady is sitting back there 3-4 seconds, throwing screens, dump passes, quick outs, V cuts, this game is over. They got to get hands on Brady and play a lot of press coverage. Last but not least, if Andy Reid hits the bed, Andy Reid, all the pressure is on Andy Reid. Andy Reid cannot lose this game. There's an immense amount of pressure on Andy Reid. Andy Reid can't lose this game. If he shits the bed, call me crazy, Andy Reid may have to go again.
All right. Listen, very passionate, very poignant. I have to say, you made some great points, but when you call a team slow, I think that's a difference between regular season slow and playoff pressure pack speed.
Did you see Hightower's interception last week in the Charger game?
Who?
Hightower.
Did I say? What about him?
He had an interception last week in the Charger game. Did you see it?
No, I missed that part.
Yeah, he got an interception and then was running in mud.
Okay.
He caught that bitch nowhere.
But the point is, he got the interception.
That was more Rivers than Hightower. But what?
Okay, it's gonna be more Mahomes than Hightower. So I mean, listen, I'm gonna have my New England finest on today.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm ready to see greatness. I want to see New England do what they do every year, and that's jog through the regular season and get to the Super Bowl, and hopefully they lose to the Rams.
Listen, not only does Kansas City beat New England, I think Kansas City beats New England by double digits. I think they blow.
Listen. And that your opinion is coming from two things. One, I think Craig sent some type of serum through
That
the
ain't it.
phone.
That ain't it.
You said some kind of brain control serum through the phone.
No, that ain't it.
Um,
You know why?
two, you just not you hate New England,
Uh-huh.
and that's just you. You talk about me and my bias towards Green Bay. At least I know that Green Bay is in my division. You
Well,
know,
well, the
the
Patriots in my
Jets.
division too.
I got you. You got the Jets thing. My whole thing is that's where it comes from, though. Like you hate New England. You don't want to see them move on. You pick the Chargers of all people against New England.
Well,
Like,
Anthony Lynn shit the bed. He want to play zone the whole goddamn game.
what do you think Kansas City gonna do?
Kansas City ain't
They're not
playing
gonna
zone the whole
come out.
goddamn game. Kansas
Listen,
City's gonna mix it up.
listen.
Kansas City's defense thinks like this. We suck. We have nothing to lose.
Yeah, that's up until they play against somebody that they feel like they got something to lose. New England makes you feel like you got something to lose. Like nobody truly, the teams that beat New England actually do come out and play like they got nothing to lose. Like the Giants,
Right.
the Philadelphia,
Right.
those
And that's my
desperate,
point.
Indianapolis teams, Baltimore when they desperate, Denver when they was desperate. You see what I'm saying? Like those teams.
And that's my point. Listen. Kansas City Chiefs got to take at least 2 roughing the passer penalties. They got to take at least 2.
Listen, and that's true. I believe in. Listen, this is a game that you leave it all on the field. Like it's no tomorrow for them, but they not coming out like that today. I promise you, the team that's coming out that is New England. They gonna play like they never won a Super Bowl before. They playing like this for the coach's job. They playing like it's for Brady to get another year in there. They just got so many chips on their.
So you think Andy Reid is going to be able to survive another season where he shits the bed in the playoffs?
Yes, only because he has never made the AFC Championship game with the Kansas City Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. Craig, put me on to that one. Is that the truth or I'm wrong?
I don't see that. I see if Andy Reid loses this game, I see big problems for Andy Reid.
Well, they're gonna say that they're gonna still
he loves this kid Patrick Mahomes.
But they're gonna blame it on the Hunt situation. Like he gets a pass because of the Hunt situation. I mean, Darren Williams look good, but I don't see superstar in Darren Williams' future.
Say that again.
Darren, what's his name? Damian Williams or where's Craig when you need him? Damian Williams. I don't see superstar in his future.
Have you been watching Damian Williams?
I watch him play.
Okay, let's do this. How often have they mentioned Kareem Hunt since Damian Williams got to
every week?
They barely mentioned.
Thank you, Craig. Can you say that out loud? Put it in all caps, Craig.
They barely mentioned Kareem Hunt.
All right, look. Look what Craig said.
AFC Championship.
Okay, so what can you complain about? What can you complain about when you losing to the 6-time or the 5-time Super Bowl champs?
When you got the quarterback, the receiver, the tight end, and the running back, and you still don't win, there's a lot to complain about, my brother.
Okay. So you're going to tell me you're going to take that quarterback who's in the second year of that system and throw it all away?
I can't see him surviving another one.
Listen, Chiefs ain't won since '66. Listen, they could do 2 or 3 more years. Trust me.
All we need out of Damian Williams is 80 yards rushing, and we good.
You're going to need a lot more than 80,
you get 80
bro.
yards and a touchdown from Damian Williams, this game is over.
Yeah, okay.
This game
Listen.
I tell you what can hurt. What can hurt Kansas City.
What
can hurt Kansas City is the running game, the kid from Georgia. The kid from Georgia.
Yeah, Mike.
The kid from
I
Georgia
just told you
Kansas City.
Them running, listen, Georgia, the kid that's called James White is going to hurt them. Like, listen, they got too much talent. Cordell Patterson might be back this week.
Okay, but guess who's back for Kansas City?
Who?
The
Hunt?
Gronk eraser, Eric Berry.
Every time he gets in there, he messes up the team chemistry.
Eric Berry is the Gronk eraser. He shuts
That's a
Gronk
dumb
down
move.
all the time.
Listen, now I know they win New England if they put Eric Berry in there. Because what they do is they tend to, when they play with Eric Berry, they tend to rely on him too much. They become passive. They think he's gonna do everything. So watch what happens.
Okay.
Watch what happens.
Okay. And my man Chris Ballard just walked in the building. Chris Ballard will tell you himself. Now, understand, Chris Ballard is in the industry. DJ
Okay.
for Foul Minds, DJ for Common, DJ for De La when Mace ain't there. Okay? He is in the industry, and he will tell you that Dame Dash is a culture vulture. Okay?
Hey Chris, big up to all the things you achieved, but don't come on here talking about Dame. I apologize.
Okay, my guy. So you got the Rams and the Patriots going to the Super Bowl.
A rematch of the 9/11.
You got Rams, Patriots. I got Saints, Kansas City.
Okay, that's two bad choices. So, yeah, Chris, listen, your guys up here, man. He talk to him. Keep Dame out of this. Dame is just living his best life.
All right, let me bring Craig on.
Look at April. April.
I know.
Change that.
April thinks she's slick. April is living her best life right now.
I saw her.
April drove from Long Island to Philadelphia to go watch Westbrook play. She loves Westbrook. What do you think about Westbrook? Because I can't figure him out. I think he's on a little bit of the Chauncey side. He always got some lipstick on. Like, I'm having a hard time figuring Westbrook out.
Well, if April says that that's her favorite player, then I'm gonna go with April since April is the true champion.
How is she the true champion? I won
because we had that blackout, and I think you juked the stats.
I didn't juke no damn stats. I won.
But I'm gonna have your stuff on after the Super Bowl on February 6th.
Okay, sir. April.
But yeah,
April, what are you doing for the Super Bowl, Gary?
I'm not doing. I'm trying to win these blocks. We playing a substantial amount of money, and we hoping that we come out and be the first to win all 4 quarters, because I'm really gonna be living my best life.
But what are you doing for the Super Bowl? Where are you watching?
I'm not doing nothing. I'm gonna be in the house. My life has changed. I'm not going out on the scene and doing everything. I think they say when you start getting money,
I might have to pop up on you.
Yeah, let's go somewhere. We can go somewhere if you come down.
Me and April might have to pop up on you.
Yeah, if y'all come down, we'll go somewhere.
Hold on. April said she helps with a Super Bowl party at the church.
So that counts as that.
I never knew they had Super Bowl parties at churches.
Well, listen, Super Bowl is a big thing, man. Listen, that counts as all kinds of different things. Like, listen, for one day and for one day only, this is gonna be like we celebrating. What is she? All of them, y'all Patriots up there? April?
No,
y'all church?
No, they're not all Patriot fans. It can't be.
Yeah, for one day only, I think the whole church goes into celebrating for the Patriots and in Christ's name.
I swear I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, listen, it's a lot of parties that'd be really fun that's non-alcoholic.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to have alcohol to have a good time.
I damn sure don't need alcohol to have a good time.
When you're around good people, like alcohol is just the farthest thing from your mind.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
I can get high off music.
Right. And good laughter, people joking, So I agree with that. But Westbrook to me is all right. He has the potential to be a once in a lifetime, a generational athlete, but I just think that his desire kind of messes with what he could be. Like like if he decides, say like he decides, like when he decides he want to do those triple doubles. If he decides that I want to be a 20 assist guy a game,
Yeah.
and he picks that first,
Yes.
he would be the ultimate player because then he'll control the game because
his priority is mixed up. He needs to be a number 2 and embrace that number 2 position.
Right.
He can't be the alpha dog. He can't be the one.
Right. And it's a sacrifice. Like it's one of those things. Like we all know you are a person that can score and be the alpha, but for the team's sake, they need the other guy to be the scorer, and he needs to just do all the other things.
This is why he'll never win a championship.
Right.
Because he takes away from George's game. He does. He don't help George's game. He don't make George's game better.
It's constant competition with him. Yes. He competes against everybody.
Yes. And what happened when he fouled out yesterday? He fouled out, George stepped up.
George is an animal. He got his game back.
Monster.
Listen,
it took him took the back seat to George instead of trying to compete with George.
That team is solid. I saw that they got Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, they got Dennis Schroeder.
Another fast guy. See, that's like all Westbrook got to do is run the flow.
All he got to do is be the number 2 and embrace it.
Yes.
See, that was the beauty of Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was okay with putting Kareem, Worthy in the forefront. I'll do this shit back here. I'll make sure you guys get all the assists, and I'll do this shit. Make sure the team is ran properly.
Talk your shit.
Kareem and Worthy was doing all the goddamn scoring.
Yeah, and that's all you needed. You just needed somebody that's, man, listen, some of the plays that Magic made, man, it was like, what they call them, the 50, is it 50-50? Is that what it's called?
30
I'm getting what it the like the hustle plays, like Magic always diving on the floor, 50-50 ball. He was really great at those things. Like he dove on the ball. He'll bounce it off the ground while he on the ground and right to. By example. There you go. I mean, all the heart in the world. All the heart in the world.
Isaiah Thomas is another one. When Isaiah Thomas fell back from scoring,
right?
Said, hold on, let me run this team. And when he had that game where he sprained his ankle in the third quarter, and that's why Lonzo Ball is a goddamn girl. He's a sucker.
I don't know how to, like, listen.
Played on 1 foot. Played on 1 foot, determined to beat his boy Magic Johnson. This motherfucker got a $500 shoe on his foot, sprained his ankle. He can't walk off the court. Kobe walked off the court and had a goddamn
toy ACL.
Achilles.
Yeah. But they two different people now. Come on now. Come on.
Light-skinned dudes can't win because, like, they look at us as not tough. So we got to be extra tough. We got to do extra dumb shit because Lonzo Ball can't walk off the court for a sprained ankle. The same shit that happens in the park. God damn it. We sprained our ankle in the park. Get up. Get up.
Listen, one thing about it is Lonzo is light-skinned. Like, he don't have a caramel complexion.
Oh, he needs some melanin.
Yeah, he need a little bit. Yeah, he need to sit under the tanning booth for. He sit in the tanning booth for a little bit.
He needs some melanin because that shit didn't even look like that severe sprained ankle when you got 2 people carrying your yellow ass off the court. Get your yellow ass up.
Right. Now listen,
LeBron was sitting on that bench ready to throw up.
Everybody, man, y'all listen.
That is right.
That's so sad.
Why he's going to go.
I mean, yeah, because the fan, like a lot of people is talking about it, got to go. I still don't see nothing wrong with his game. I
What?
mean, it's things that he got to work on, but I mean, he gives you that big guard option. I mean, he
He's not
runs
a
the
big
floor.
guard. He's 6'5". Please, you think who was on the court when Isaiah damn near broke his ankle and played the whole second half, limping? Who was on the court from the Lakers?
Whole different generation.
Who was on the court from the Lakers?
I'm listening.
The general manager, Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson witnessed Isaiah play on 1 foot. He looked at goddamn Lonzo Ball roll his ankle last night and said to himself, I'm gonna tell you what Magic said to himself. Magic was in there drinking some Kettle One vodka with cranberry juice. And he said to himself, this is what Magic said to himself now. This bitch ass nigga. This is exactly what he said to himself. This bitch ass nigga. His father better not say shit.
His father hasn't talked in the whole year.
You damn right.
So that means
you damn right. You know why? Because LeBron got in his ear. You damn right.
what LeBron say to him?
Oh shit, my wife is watering her plants. It's the first time I see her water her plants. Usually my wife go get these plants, right? And they die within a month. She is actually watering her plants, everybody. Shout out to the plants. Shout out to my wife watering her plants.
Hey man, it happens.
Well, this house is the plant graveyard. I don't even understand. I see her get plants, and I said, I don't even understand why she's doing it. It's not like it's a hobby. You know, maybe she's just a killer. Maybe, I don't know. She's just a fucking murderer.
Hey, listen, as long as it ain't no animals, you don't got to feed that.
No animals, no people.
Yeah.
She'll feed this goddamn dog.
Quick.
She ain't feeding the motherfucker. She will call to make sure that somebody has fed the dog. Like nobody, like all 4 of us ain't capable of feeding the dog. That's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, fun, man.
Shit, the dog is always fed. I wonder if Daddy gonna get fed sometimes. That's what I wonder.
Hey, listen. She can go to jail for not feeding the dog, but she ain't going to jail for not feeding your ass. You can get in there and cook yourself.
Okay.
You think it's mighty hard you think it's mighty hard if that dog be in there fixing him a sandwich.
And that motherfucker, he know where his food is at. He will sit his ass right in front of the cabinet until somebody feed him. That's how you know the dog getting fed.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's smart. So he like to play mommy versus daddy. So now he done ate at 5 o'clock. Every day he eats at 5 o'clock. Right? When mommy comes home, he'll sit in front of the motherfucking cabinet again, try to get some more food.
Damn right, leftovers.
You see what I'm saying? This greedy motherfucker.
Yeah. Damn right, he living his best life, man.
Look, my man Mike Neal said she's a serial plant killer.
Yeah. He's like, I can fix my Giants. Oh man.
You can't fix them Giants. The Knox.
So yeah, see, look, Craig Davis know what he's doing.
We'll trade for Ball, and I'll be a Knicks fan again. Craig, listen, I got to get you on. I can't have you messing up my life.
Yeah, let Craig come on. But listen, Craig, I think you're a better basketball fan than you are an NFL fan. You know basketball.
Please.
It seems like you know basketball, Craig.
You don't know shit about basketball, trust me.
Hey, listen, later on, I'm going to hit you up, Craig, and it's just going to be all just to kind of help you out, pick your spirits up.
Craig going to be here talking big shit later on today.
All right, well, it was good seeing y'all again, man. I'm going to let Craig take over the show since he earned it for this week.
Okay. I'll holler at you later.
All right, see y'all.
Hey, everybody, that's Gary Callis, my man, providing great information all the time. Gary Callis. Okay, where is Craig? I can't add Craig. The ad is not next to your name, Craig. The ad is not next to your name, Craig. Why can't I add you, Craig? By the way, yesterday was my son's college visit. We went to Monroe College over there in New Rochelle. Um, it's a junior college, and we were very. I went there with this notion of city, college, playing football. How good could this possibly be? I went there with the preconceived notion that it's not going to be very nice. And lo and behold, need people 3:30 a.m. holiday. No Wi-Fi for Craig. Why isn't Craig? Damn, Craig. Hello, sir.
Yo, what is up?
Hello, sir. You could do without the nastiness hanging behind you. We could have
Hold
done
on a
without
second.
that.
Give you a better look. Give you a better look at that.
We don't need no 5X hoodies hanging up behind you.
We ready, baby.
Okay, let's talk NFC first. Let's talk NFC first. Who you got? Saints versus Rams. Who you got?
Yo, you know who it is. It's Rams.
What is your problem with the Saints?
You know who it is. It's the Rams. Listen, the Saints, if they didn't put the hit out on Cox, we've been down this road. But if they didn't put the hit out on Cox, it would have been the Rams and Philly. But the Rams are going to beat the Saints, okay? And especially C.J. Anderson is a problem, bro. I wish we would have got him when Hunt got canned. That was a great pickup for the Rams. Great pickup.
Again,
no one saw that.
What is your problem with the Saints?
What my problem with the Saints is Drew Brees in the last month and a half of the season wasn't the Drew Brees from the first 3 quarters of the season. So it leads me to believe that the season wore him down some. I mean, even in the game against Philly, he couldn't even throw the long ball. He couldn't even throw the long ball. Before I think Brees is tiring out. Like I said, the season has worn him down. I don't know. He can't catch a break, but maybe he's hurt.
I have to remind you. Who won that game? Philadelphia versus the Saints. Who won the game?
20-14. Whoopee.
I ain't asked you that. I said who won.
What's your point?
So you don't want to say it. My thing is this. You mad at Drew Brees for being a winner.
Nah, man, I'm not. You know what?
You will talk about Patrick Mahomes all goddamn day, all goddamn night.
Everybody's sold on this New Orleans and them, and their whole mystique with the Superdome or whatever the dome is. I mean, if I were a player, I really would have some mixed feelings about even playing there. I mean, like, how many people died there during Katrina?
Oh,
like, yo, I would have mixed feelings about it. But aside from that,
this guy is wild.
Aside from that, God rest their souls,
bro.
God rest their souls. That's a creepy spot to be walking into. Still,
you are out of control.
I would not. I would not make that like a destination on my list when I go to New Orleans.
So they should not play today's game in the Mercedes Dome because.
Wait a minute! You put words in my mouth. I never said that.
You said some people may have died in Katrina, so they
died in the Superdome during Katrina. That has definitely happened.
So they shouldn't play the game, or they
I never said
they
shouldn't play. I never said they shouldn't play the games there. It's just me, and my personal, feelings about it.
Your personal feelings.
The shit is creepy, It's like
that's why your ass
anytime
don't play.
I see a game there, anytime I see a game there, I think nothing about football, but everything about Katrina. It just resonates to me like that.
My God! Thank God you don't play. How I asked you who's going to win the guy.
I told you who's going to win
Saints game, and you want to sit here and talk about Katrina.
I told you who's going to win that game.
The
Saints are not going to win this game.
Okay.
And I told you why. I gave you 2 reasons. One was
you know
it
what's
was
crazy? You're one of my aunt's favorites. My aunt likes you when you come on here. I don't get it. Because you be saying wild shit.
what's wild about that, man? It's true. It's like it's an eerie fucking feeling, bro.
Okay.
I can't be feeling eerie watching football. I just can't.
It's not an eerie feeling walking into the Kansas City Stadium knowing they ain't won in over 40 years.
We just won. We just won a game that everybody in the world said we wouldn't win, and we went and destroyed Indianapolis. Okay, and then on top of that, I told you when I made my picks, right? I said I view Kansas City as the favorite and the dark horse because nobody's going to be picking them. And all the way up until today, I got to hear Gary's ass talk about we had a good run, but it's going to end. You know, Craig, don't feel so bad.
Wait,
you know,
let's go back for a second before we go into the Kansas City shit. Kansas City shit. Wade Edward Eliza said he'll take the Saints for $50. He's looking for some action. You taking the Rams, you taking the Saints.
Bet $50.
Uh-oh! We got to bet, Dwayne Edward Eliza. We got to bet. Craig is going to take the Rams for $50. Dwayne is going to take the Saints for $50. We have some action, people. Good job.
That's how
job,
strong
Craig.
I feel
Way to
about
stand
that.
up behind your bet.
That's how strong I feel about that.
I respect that. Very good job, Craig. I need Dwayne Edward Eliza to please respond to this bet. Please respond to this bet to confirm it. Stop showing us that nasty shit behind you, Craig.
With this?
Nobody wants to see that shit.
You talking about my chief apparel?
Anyway,
I'm giddy right now. You kidding me?
So we got a bet.
That's me hanging up for the next month.
Taking the Saints for 50 versus Craig, who's taking the Rams for 50. We have a bet.
Bet.
Okay, so now let's fast forward. Kansas City Chiefs, New England Patriots. Who you got?
KC.
Why?
KC. Why? Why not? I mean, they're the number one offense in the league. No one stopped them from putting up points. Not even Mr. Bill Belichick, who, you know, is the defensive guru, and we put up 40 on them in New England. They're coming to our house. It's going to be brick cold out there.
Stop saying that. Stop using that as an example. Because guess what? Tom Brady plays in the cold, people.
Listen. I'm not saying that that's a negative for them. I really, don't care if he's played in the cold on the goddamn moon. Okay, for the last 10 years. What I'm saying is, it's football. It's cold weather. The Chiefs are used to cold weather. Y'all didn't think so. But
the New England Patriots are used to cold weather.
Okay, well, it's going to be cold. Okay, it's going to be cold. Okay, there's nothing but frost going to be coming out of everybody's mouth. Okay, and we're going to fucking kick Brady's ass. As simple as that. Brady and Belichick will go down in Kansas City. Matter of fact, we're going to have a barbecue. We're going to have a barbecue tonight. Okay? Dude. A good old Kansas City cooking barbecue. How about that?
Dude, I'm going to ask you a question. Does Tom Brady play in the cold?
Yes, he does. But you know what?
So the cold is a non-factor.
I'm going to tell you this, okay?
Cold.
What I believe, okay?
Give me some information.
What I believe, it's not information, it's belief right now, but partial information, okay? That Andy Reid has, for whatever reason, been the hard luck coach for his career, and especially he's been snake bitten in the playoffs with KC in the last 3-4 years, especially last year, which I'm still hot about. I mean, I don't understand how you could attack. I'm talking. I don't understand how you.
You are using a Gary tactic.
How
you think you are so slick? Gary's king of this tactic. You can't use this tactic. You think you're so slick.
What?
You are trying to build in your excuse for losing already. I asked you, why do you think the Kansas City Chiefs are going to win, and you start talking to me about Andy Reid being a hard luck coach? You think you're so slick.
But y'all bring it up all the time.
Why you? That's a Gary Callis tactic. I'm hip to that shit already.
Y'all bring it up all the time. Andy Reid this. That was half of Gary's argument was Andy
Why
Reid.
do
Can't
you
win the big
believe?
game.
Why do you believe?
I'm telling you why. I'm telling you why. Can I give you my reason? Can I finish my dissertation? Okay. Before I was interrupted. Now, like I was saying, okay, hard luck, snake bitten, especially last year in the playoffs when they sacked that QB. But in midair, they ruled a play, forward progress being stopped while the ball's on the way down to the ground as a fumble. How that ever I can't. You know what? It's just gonna make me upset even thinking about it. Anyway, I think the NFL is looking to make amends for that. Okay, so they're actually gonna give the Chiefs the chance. They're gonna let these guys play fair and square. No bullshit down the field tosses by Brady on 3rd and 15 to get a flag. Okay, none of that bullshit is going down today in Kansas City. Okay, none of it. We're actually going to get a chance to go to the Super Bowl. We're going to get a fair chance to go to the Super Bowl. And on top of that, Mahomes right now is the darling of the NFL.
You just went from
he's the darling of the NFL.
Dark horse to referees cheating. See, you are trying to build an excuse for losing.
I have to come with every slick. I have to come with every.
Hey, is Andy Reid the James Harden of the NFL?
I have to come with everything at my disposal. Why? Because the Patriots have simply been our generation's greatest dynasty. I can say that. Even in sports, our greatest dynasty.
Oh, brother.
And I hate to say it, but they have.
Who
goes to the AFC Championship 8 years straight?
Dwayne Edward Eliza. I'm going to ask this question again. Why do you believe Kansas City is going to win? Don't tell me about the referees. Don't tell me about the coach.
Okay.
Why do you believe?
I think Andy Reid I think the Chiefs match up well against their team. I think in the last 3 or 4 years, we have a winning record against them during the regular season. And Andy Reid coaches well against Belichick. Aside from that, also, we have a man-to-man style defense, which frustrates Brady.
Now we're talking. Now you're giving me some information.
Okay, well, I had to
give you
everything.
All types of bullshit.
I had to give you everything. The Patriots are that good. They've been that dominant. Okay, I have to give you facts, and I have to give you spiritual shit along with it.
I don't want the spiritual shit.
I have to give you everything. All right.
You say that the Kansas City Chiefs is a better man-to-man team, which will give Tom Brady some problems.
I think man-to-man is a better defense to go with against Brady than zone could ever be. So man-to-man definitely. And if we're the number one team in the league, like I've been telling you, as far as pressuring the quarterback. But no, you don't want to see that. I'm telling you, we've been getting pressure on the quarterback.
Me some information. So you think the Kansas City Chiefs defense will hold up against the New England Patriots? Tia, don't leave, Tia, because I want to hear why Tia thinks the New England Patriots are going to win.
But on top of that,
Tom Brady's cute. So stay there.
On the other side of the ball,
stay there, Tia. Don't go nowhere.
Reid also comes with a lot of these coaches. I don't know if they're in awe of the Patriots or in awe of Belichick or
I
in awe
believe
of Brady.
There's something to that. I think you're right.
But the Chiefs and Andy Reid aren't. They're not. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh isn't. But a lot of these coaches, when they face the Patriots, it's like they're already defeated. We've gone into New England.
I believe there's something to that. I think you're right, sir.
We've gone into New England and felt comfortable playing them. So
I think New England's
I
defense is entirely too slow.
believe
Entirely too slow.
I believe in Reed. He always has his teams prepared. Always really. And this year, coming off of buys, he always has his teams prepared. You can't say anything about coaching when it comes to the Chiefs. I mean, we're always prepared.
You know, you're funny because from week to week, you're different. You'll say Sutton ain't shit. Andy Reid ain't shit. Okay, but anyway, what's the final score?
It's going to be – all right, so I said the score was going to be 38-34, and I'm going to stick with that. About 15 minutes ago, I texted KC was going to win by 2 touchdowns, but I got to go with the original score.
I got KC winning by 2 touchdowns.
Word?
2 touchdowns, easy.
I said it 15 minutes ago. I said we winning by 2 touchdowns.
Mike Deal, Eric Berry is the Gronk eraser. They will be able to stop the pass if Eric Berry shuts down Gronk like he usually does.
But Berry also is great with run support.
Very good run support guy.
So listen, and I've looked at that game that we played during the season against them several months back. They ran the ball on us too. We're not. That's something that we're not going to be surprised at. This running game. For some reason, they caught the Chargers off guard with that, but they ran the ball on us and we still put up 40. So that right there is nothing. That means nothing.
Come on, Tia, get ready. I'm getting ready to bring you in.
And everybody's talking about it's going to be cold and Tyreek Hill's going to be slow.
Stop talking about the cold.
Listen.
Cold.
Would you listen?
Stop talking about the cold.
No. Would you listen? I'm just saying everybody's talking about it like that shit's going to slow up Tyreek Hill. If it's going to slow up Tyreek Hill, what the other 11 players on defense aren't going to be affected by that?
The cold will not be a factor.
I'm just saying, like, people who say, but what I'm saying is people who say that.
Let me tell you something. Do you know the New England Patriots have an indoor facility?
No. All I'm saying
New England Patriots have an indoor facility. They don't use it. They practice in the cold. The cold will be a non-factor.
Okay. This is basically what I'm saying. I mean, if it is, it doesn't. It shouldn't. If it's going to affect Tyreek Hill's speed, it's going to affect everybody's speed, and Tyreek Hill is still going to blast past them. I mean, I don't get. To me, it's a stupid argument to say that the cold is going to slow down Tyreek Hill.
Okay,
it's going to slow him down and not the rest of the people on the field.
Let's change subjects real quick. Did you see the fight last night?
No, I didn't. But I thought you was going to hit on basketball for a minute because the Nets are doing some work.
Oh, okay. Let's
and I told you
because I forgot to talk about them last time I was on here. Tia Haynes, could you please come back in the room?
And I told y'all if LeBron went to the Nets.
Okay, stop getting all hype about the Nets. Stop it. They're the 7th seed. If you're the 7th, 8th, if you're the 6th, 7th, 8th seed in the NBA, you might as well be in last place. Stop talking to me about being the 6th, 7th, 8th seed. It is irrelevant. It don't mean
they weren't even seeded before, so it's obvious that they're climbing up the ladder. I mean, at some point you gotta be 8th, you gotta be 7th, you gotta be 6th. They're climbing up the ladder. They're probably gonna end up the 4th or 5th seed when the season.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
Who's gonna be the 5th?
The Nets are tied with the Knicks. They ain't going nowhere higher.
The Nets are not tied with the Knicks. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay.
The Nets have a winning record.
Okay.
The Knicks, I don't even think they're double digits in wins.
Let me ask you a question. Are the Nets going to win a championship?
No, no.
Are the Nets going to win a championship? Yes or no?
I can tell you this right now. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I asked you a question. Is the Nets going to win a championship?
No.
Are the Knicks going to win a championship?
No.
Guess what? They're both in last place. They're tied for last place.
Oh, are the Lakers going to win a championship?
Nope.
Well, I guess they're tied for last place too. Then.
Exactly.
Now back to what I was saying. What I was saying that the Nets now they're climbing up the ladder. They're sixth. They need help. Okay. Everybody's talking about Anthony Davis going to LA. They're trying to get this boy up in LA. Okay, if he can be had, why can't the Nets put together a little package and go get him?
Hey, let me ask you a question. If you are an NBA player, would you rather play for the Knicks or the Nets? Right now as constructed.
I would rather play for the Nets. I would rather play for the Nets.
And that's why your ass will be an eternal loser. Nobody wants to go to
the Knicks have been losing for the last 20 years.
Square Garden.
The Knicks have been losing for the last 20 years.
It's all about the Bronx.
I'm not trying to be the laughing stock of the league, of the world.
Are the Knicks, let's do this. As presently constructed, if the Knicks got AD, does that make them a playoff team, possibly a championship team?
Sure.
The Knicks. I'm not talking about the Nets.
I heard you say Knicks.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that because you're absolutely right, sir. The Nets get AD. If the Nets got AD would always be looking to see what's going on in the Bronx. Nobody wants to go to the Barclays.
Why?
Because they're the little sister, they're the little redhead stepchild to the New York Knicks.
So what? Where is he playing right now? He's playing in New Orleans.
You got a receiver. You got a guy named Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie.
Hey, listen, I can't help the name, man. I mean, that's a crazy name, but still, Dinwiddie is good though. All right, he just signed a nice extension. That boy's staying there.
Okay,
he's either staying there.
You gonna build your team around Dinwiddie or Porzingis? I asked you a question, sir. You gonna build your team around Dinwiddie or Porzingis?
It'd have been better if you said Knox.
No. Because Porzingis is young. Again, would you rather build your team around Dinwiddie or Porzingis?
Porzingis has really done nothing to show me.
Excuse me, sir. You have a hard time answering questions, sir. Would you rather build your team around Dinwiddie or Porzingis?
You stumped me on that.
No, ain't no stumping. Ain't no goddamn stumping. I stumped you.
Can I wait to see who I get in the draft?
Why the Nets ain't shit, ain't gonna be
Can I
shit.
wait to see who I get in the draft next year? I'm not even gonna say Porzingis. I can't.
The Nets are a nice undercard. They'll never win a championship. Ever.
Okay, but
Anthony Mason Sr. is a Nets fan.
The Nets have gone to the championship game the last couple of times from the metropolitan area. From this area, the Nets have gone to the championship game, I think, twice with kids.
The Barclays is a nice place to watch a concert. It's a nice
Brooklyn is popping. Brooklyn is popping right
basketball. Now. It is not the place.
Brooklyn is popping right now. LeBron should have came to the Nets. He fucked up, went to the Lakers.
Oh, okay. We're not going that route. Okay,
I'm telling you, if Davis can be had, the Nets better.
First of all, Davis has another year on his contract. Let's start there.
I understand that, but everybody's
talking
like
now,
the Lakers.
If you make a trade with the Nets, who are you trading for AD?
Good question. I think that center is going to be a part of it. What's his name? Best.
You can't trade him.
He's going to be part of it. Why not?
You can't trade. The dude with the afro.
Yeah.
Oh hell no! You can't trade him.
They're going to ask for him. Anybody who
I ain't asking what they're asking for. Who are you going to trade for AD?
I'm going to trade the kid that got hurt. I forget his name. I'm going to trade.
You think the New Orleans is going to want that kid?
Yeah, he was up and coming. He was doing the thing.
Okay.
Until he got hurt. Yeah, they're gonna ask for him. I'm gonna trade him.
Are you gonna trade Dinwiddie for AD?
They just signed him. I don't think. Would I trade him?
Are you going to trade Dinwiddie for AD?
I'd rather not. Name some other players from the Nets. Name some other players from the Nets.
If Dinwiddie ain't a part of the deal, you're talking about nothing.
Because you're talking about draft picks also. So even though Dinwiddie may not be coming, if the Nets gave up the number 1 pick for next year,
if I remember correctly, the Nets don't have any picks.
What?
If I remember correctly, the Nets don't have any picks.
The Nets have picks.
I think
that was last year. The Nets have picks.
That Garnett-Pierce trade, I don't think they have.
That was last year. The Nets have picks coming.
Okay, I could be wrong.
They're done with that.
I could be wrong.
So if you get AD, picks will be going in the trade. The kid that got hurt, I don't know if his name is Calais.
If Dinwiddie ain't going in the trade, we are talking about nothing. Okay? And Marcus Peters, and before I sign off with Craig, Marcus Peters, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Because you're going to get picked on today, bro.
I like the fact that he's talking. Because I don't know why, but, I mean, they're talking to him like, this is not his best year or this is one of the worst years ever for a cornerback. I mean, come on. This guy, for the last 3 years, has had, I guess, the most turnovers in the NFL. He's created the most turnovers in the NFL. So you're just going to dog him out like that? Everybody knew the book on Peters. They knew he could be had. But that's beside the point. How many points has he given you?
Yeah, he needs
just off turnovers. Anybody who talks bad about Peters is an idiot. When it comes to football, when it comes to him acting a little strange, fine, they got that. But he can play.
I don't know what just happened. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened, people. I'm sorry. Let's see if I can get Tia Haynes in here real quick to give her New England perspective. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Oh, here she is. Tia Haynes is here right away. I don't know what happened. Tia Haynes, why can't I add you, Tia? I need the word add next to your name, or you add me. I don't know what just happened. Tia, add me, Tia. I need you to come in. I need you to you're the only person, the only black person that's willing to give a New England Patriot perspective. Why Tia don't have add next to her name? Tia. Tia, add me, Tia. Where's Dion? That's a good question. Where is Dion? That's a very good question. Tia Haynes still does not have the word add. Oh, there she is. There she is. Okay. About to be good, people. Because Tia's the only black person I know. Why are you declining, Tia? What's going on, baby? Tia's the only black woman I know that roots for Tom Brady. She thinks she's slick. She roots for him because she thinks he's cute. Guest declined the video invitation. Why? What are you doing, Tia? You in church? Anthony Mason. He don't want to hear none of that. Me killing the Nets, telling the truth about the Nets. Good morning, cousin.
Pardon me here.
Oh, shit.
Good morning, cousin. Pardon my mother.
Oh, shit. Oh, you think you so goddamn slick. Oh, shit. Can you please turn the hat around, miss, please? Cousin, can you turn the hat around, cousin?
What? Why would I turn my head around? You know I represent my shit.
Oh, my God.
Represent shit. Yeah. Why you feel like a... Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God.
You talking about talk my shit. Why am I going to say... Why am I a Patriots fan? Who's the fucking most consistent?
Everybody, this is my cousin Tia Haynes. She lives in Brooklyn.
Who's
She
the
lives in
most
Brooklyn,
consistent?
but she wants to claim the Patriots. Okay, who's the most consistent?
I'm a representative of Queens
Yes,
always. I just
yes,
reside
she
in
is.
Brooklyn.
She definitely is a representative of Queens. Okay, so now, who do you think is going to win this game and why?
Who do I know is gonna win this game? My boy.
Why?
Why? Because just a few weeks ago, I believe it was like October, what was that, October 12th or something, or 13th, when they was 5-0 and we was 3-2, everybody was talking that shit that, oh, Kansas City is gonna go into New England and win. But they didn't. What happened?
New England beat Kansas
What
City.
happened? Say it again.
New England beat Kansas City.
Exactly my point. So we have a little discrepancies on the road, but in the playoffs, we a whole different team. We like to yum eat them up. And now that the fact that they have us as an underdog is pissing Tom Brady off. And nobody likes to piss Brady. Don't piss it off of my baby. Are you kidding me? Not just that he's cute. He takes care of his body. Anybody who comes on that team becomes a household name.
Who's a household name on that team besides Gronkowski?
Well, they get household contracts.
No, they don't. Because one thing will get rid of your ass as soon as you need a contract. Belichick don't play that shit. Belichick.
He don't play this shit. They don't get household contracts here, but when they leave, everybody be snatching them up.
Okay, so you think Tom Brady? You do bring up a good point, though. I will give you that. He's nice and pissed off because he's trying to get everybody to embrace that underdog tag. But underdog tag, but
him, the greatest quarterback, the greatest postseason quarterback, underdog. That should never ever happen. Are you kidding me?
Okay, what they gonna do?
Y'all gonna underdog him because Patrick? They don't have to do anything. They can do the same thing that they did, 40-43, field goal. Boop.
So you expected to have over 80 points scored in this game too?
No. You know it's the playoffs, so you can bring it a touchdown down.
Okay. So you think there'll be some deflated footballs out there today?
He don't control it. He didn't control those other deflated footballs. He just threw them.
Oh, boy, you got a whole bunch of answers for this motherfucker. You got a whole bunch of answers.
I got an answer for everything.
Have your phone
what are you talking about?
deck when they lose this game.
My phone is always on deck, baby. My last name Haynes. That should mean don't hide from nobody.
And speaking of Haynes, girl, I got a story to tell about this Florida thing, girl.
Well, we can see that for off the book.
Family business. Okay, so you got the Patriots. We got.
I've always got the Patriots. Who I'm gonna take? Kansas City. I mean, they nice, but let's not forget that Belichick has Andy Reid's number when he was in Philadelphia. Even he was over here in Kansas City. He got a few wins, but Belichick got his number too.
Okay.
Bill Belichick him. Bill Belichick. Yes. Y'all don't say his name right.
How's cousin doing? How's my cousin doing?
Cousin is doing good. Simba, get from under.
Okay. Where are you at in BK now? What town? What?
I'm in Crown Heights over here. You know, or Mega Evers.
Oh, you
Mega Evers.
mother's house.
I don't know where she at to get some good cooking. I'm on Nostrand and Crown.
She on Albany and Rutland.
Albany and Rutland. Well, I got to find out how far that is.
County Hospital. Yeah, she over there.
Okay.
All right, so now you have your phone ready. Have your phone on deck when Tom Brady gets his ass kicked.
Ready.
I need to be boys.
He might get his ass kicked me. He might get his ass kicked today. You see how he is?
Gary and Craig.
Alert!
You always want to show off your hats, your little sweatshirts. Nobody want to see that shit.
I'm just saying, I'm a representative all year round. It's not fake. It's not phony.
Okay. Okay.
It was the deflate gate. We came back. Tom got some redemption in him anyway, because he's mad about that last fumble in
Okay.
the
Let's
goddamn
let's
Super
change
Bowl.
pace.
So he got some personal redemption within him. So
Okay. Let's change pace a little bit because you are supposedly a San Antonio Spurs fan. Are you still? Are
I
you?
am a San Antonio Spurs fan, despite the fucking shit that's still going on. Greg Popovich is still there, and with this new NBA, I haven't seen anybody that I could like, that who is just as humble and who's there to play the
So
game for
you're
the game.
still a San Antonio Spurs fan. Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
I
your
am.
boy Lamarcus, been a Lamarcus
Until Greg
Aldridge signing.
Popovich retires. Lamarcus Aldridge is okay, but he's still a little
Oh,
soft for
okay.
me.
Timmy wasn't soft though.
Timmy wasn't soft. Timmy wasn't soft. He didn't give you any emotion, but it wasn't none of that shit. It wasn't none of that shit. You're not doing
Oh,
that to Timmy. He not
so,
playing.
so
He he coming back and yamming it
oh
right on
oh
your head. Lamarcus is a little soft and he takes too many
oh.
jump shots
But
from you.
he had 50 a week ago.
It was a
Okay.
good 50.
What about your boy? The other one for the Raptors. What's his name? That's
Kawhi,
Kawhi.
that boy.
That's Kawhi.
When I look at him,
Not
I get
Kawhi.
mad.
What,
Who? Danny
what's
Green?
his name again? Draw the blank.
Tony?
No, the one that they traded Kawhi for. Yeah,
DeMar
DeRozan.
DeRozan?
How's he picked out over there?
He's just coachable. That's all
But,
he is.
but
He's a coach.
he's not replacing Kawhi.
Watch your mouth, Dwayne.
He said, "Watch him out."
He's the best power forward.
So back to DeRozan. So DeRozan is not living up to the Kawhi role.
He's a little soft on defense.
Oh, okay.
I mean, offensively, he gonna get you some buckets, but as far as like, he's a little soft. And then sometimes, when he's supposed to be going to the basket, he be doing
Oh,
dumb
okay.
shit.
I'm just trying to figure out where
I
you
just
are
gotta
with
be
this
timely.
now. I thought because I know when Tom Brady retires, you'll be a Jet fan because the Jets going to dominate the division. And then when Jimmy retired, you'd be off that bandwagon already.
No, Greg Popovich is still the greatest coach.
All right. I just need to know where you at, Ma. I just need to know where you at.
I mean, who's a better coach than Greg? I mean, they got better pieces right now, but we get some pieces together. If he decides, because he was going through some personal issues with his wife and all that stuff, but if he decides to just, dedicate his life to San Antonio and they get some pieces in there,
Greg Popovich
it's
is
gonna be
coaching
dangerous.
the USA team in 2020, something like that. 2021, he'll be gone. And then I need to speak.
I'm just saying.
You feel me?
I'm just saying things can change in the matter of a few
Tony
years.
Parker was Tim Duncan's girl. You hear that?
Tony, I don't know. I don't know if he was talking about Greg Popovich or
He said
Tim Duncan, but
Duncan's
not
girl.
at all. I mean, it's called the team. You need somebody. You need somebody. Pick and roll to death. Yeah, they picked and rolled them to death. Right now, everybody want to set up the pick and roll.
Okay.
Right? That teardrop was something else. Yeah. Coming down the lane, Tony Parker was the best scoring point guard. Be for real. He used to go to the bucket. Most of them was trying to take shots and all that. Tony was big man, hand, foul, and one. Foul, and one. 10 drop, teardrop. He developed a shot. What? How many years later?
Okay. I just wanted to know where your mind was at. You have your phone on deck for this Patriot game.
My phone is stay on deck.
I will give you a call outside of this.
Tony Parker was. He was out. He was doing
Tony
his
Parker.
thing.
Tony
Come here, Simba.
Simba.
Get over here. Oh yeah, that's my dog. Going to the bathroom and stuff. Come on. I don't want him to shit up the bed.
Okay. All right, let me go. I will holler at you later.
Yeah, holla at me later after the
Okay.
Patriots win.
Bye-bye.
All right.
That's cousin
Bye.
Leah Hayes, everybody. San Antonio Spurs fan, New England Patriot fan. Okay? So everybody, please enjoy your Sunday. It's a great day to it's cold outside. In New York, it's brick outside. Stay your ass in the house and just watch football. It's a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.